right.
Okay, cool.
So I used to trade like the 8 and 21 crossover, but my version was 13, just 34, but it's the same thing. And I also used to trade divergences, which you probably heard of, right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay. So divergence is also kind of trend trading because bullish divergence happens during a downtrend and bearish divergence happens on an uptrend. And I'm sure I got stopped out both ways before. And I'm sure you probably got stopped out before trying to catch that.
Yeah.
So one day I was trading gold and Bitcoin, trying to short, and I'm like, why am I losing? It's overbought, like, you know. So I did this one day. I was looking at the EMAs, 34, 100, 200, and 800, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at them. I saw this. I was like, wait a minute. Now follow me here. This is the 800 here, EMA, 200, 134. I'm not trading crossovers. Notice how price is kind of sitting on top of all of them. And look at the bull, right? Then I was like, okay, maybe it was just luck. So I went back in time, right? I went to 2019. This isn't as pretty as before, but 800, 200, 134, bull run. All right, like, let me see something else. I went back in time again, right? Last bull run, 2017, same thing. And I was like, maybe it's just Bitcoin. So I went to gold, right? Because I used to trade gold a lot. I was looking at it on the day chart. I was like, look at this setup. It did the same thing Bitcoin did.
Yeah.
So what this is the trend. This is buy pressure. When you have EMAs in order, it's buy pressure or sell pressure if it's in order for a sell. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you've seen that. So now you know how to catch a bull run. Works on stocks too. Let's go.
And does it work on all time frames?
Oh yeah, it does. I'll show you. But for the main like long trend, like this is Tesla. If you got it around, look at that move right there, bull run. So let me explain them to you a little better now though. So I always look at the day chart first to kind of see the trend of the market, the flow of it.
Yeah.
One thing I realized too is when the EMAs, let me use the 8-hour chart. I got a lot of time frames on me. Okay, I'll use here. Okay. You want to look for EMAs in order and close together, because when they're close together in order, imagine it's just like building pressure, right? And they expand, right? Price is expanding because price is on top. Now,
it's like a squeeze kind of.
Got it. You got it.
Yeah.
So eventually they have to come back and touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the more spaced out they get, we're not sure how much steam is left because they're far away. They got to come back, and that's what it did here. The EMAs had to touch and come back. Now that you understand that part? How?
Yeah, I get it.
All right, watch this now. Let me go to the day chart here. So we did this bull run for Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
EMA's touch got close together. Now, over here, technically, let me use this here instead so you can see it. Right here, technically, EMAs are in order again.
Yeah.
Now, the question I have for you is, why was this move different from this move?
Because the line at the bottom, I'm not sure what this is. This is the 200s. The yellow line at the very bottom is far away from all the others.
You're correct. This is the 800 EMA, but you're correct.
Yeah, 800. Yeah.
Correct. See, and so what that means is you have less pressure pushing price up because the 800 is not helping. That's why this was a 50% move, you could say.
Yeah.
It was a 400% move, or it was 600% move. So now I'm going to show you on Nasdaq, because I trade I talk a lot of Nasdaq sometimes and US 30, the indices.
Yeah. I trade the Nasdaq futures almost
Oh,
exclusively.
nice. I love Nasdaq.
It's fast and furious.
Yup. Yeah. All right, you're gonna like this. So this happened the other day. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. And it's the Dow Jones, of course, too. All right, cool. So so this is what I usually do, right? When I'm trading Nasdaq, I look at US 30, the Dow Jones as well to make sure you're doing the same thing. If you look over here, let's see, we're at 217. EMA's got in bearish order.
Yeah.
This is my template, but anyway, it's the same thing. 800, 200, 134, and that short position was massive, right? US 30 did the same thing. 217, EMA's got an order tightly in bearish order. Now, it did the same thing over here, right? But you called the reason why this move is bigger than this move.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you look at US 30, it kind of did the same thing. You know, we had a massive short move here, but it's not as big as the move around here because that 800 is far away. And this is a 5-minute time frame.
So for example, here, if you in this 5-minute chart, you see where you drew that yellow circle.
This
so
one,
where
the
first one.
Okay.
The first one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So where would you get short?
All right, so let's do that. Let me remove this real quick. So this is what I do. I like to look at multiple time frames. So I would draw, let's draw a line right here. First, let's see. Let's go to the 3-minute. This is how I kind of do it. Oh, let me get rid of this line. My thing was still. Boom. So you see how the 3-minute looked just like that 5-minute?
Yeah.
I can probably go to the 7-minute and probably see the same thing. All right, wait, let me see something. Or here's a 7-minute. Same, looks the same thing. So you want multiple time frames doing the same thing. It's a clean, as you can see, clean move. So how I get in is, let me go to the 5-minute again. I want to see, this is the market cipher, right?
Yeah.
But they have this is a paid indicator, but there's a free version called Wave Trend Oscillator, which I'll show you after this. But I want to see the momentum waves go down. See how their waves are up here? I want to see waves down when prices at the same time, prices below EMAs, double pressure. You got the sell pressure and you have downward momentum coming down. These waves measure the momentum. Now, a lot of people, right? Most people counter trend trade. So they, the crossovers, the oversolds, whatever. A lot of people try to long this, right? Because there's an upward wave here, but we're still all these EMAs. So I don't take those kind of trades. I make sure they both match. The waves go down under EMAs.
So for example, when you say the waves go down, when I look at the cipher, I see this red dot on the lower. Let me draw it. Let me kind of draw what I see. So this dot, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see that red dot? Yep. So that's in the lower half. And that's also where the squeeze is, maybe around here.
Yep.
So those two kind of line up.
You're correct. I don't really look at the dots though, because for like, not all of them are profitable. You know what I mean? Like you had a green dot right here, if you can see. And I mean, you could, if you didn't take profit quickly, you got stopped out. So, but in that case, it did line up. So you were correct in that case.
So you just want to see the wave in the lower half. Is that all you want to see in the market cipher? Okay, got it.
So for example, too, right? Like it's hard to teach the wave going down or up, but this is actually a great example because since the market's closed, you see what's going on here?
Yeah.
It's a wave printing downward. So yep. Because it's hard seeing it already formed, but that's what I look for because, and then I'll go multiple time frames. This is the 5-minute. So let's look at the 6-minute. See, multiple time frames doing the same thing. The wave, there's more room to this. 7-minute, because the wave is gonna form. And here's a trick too, right? You see the 0 line here?
Yeah.
Below zero line, bearish. Above zero line, bullish. You know,
Okay.
so confirmations. It's a little different because you're trading with the trend. You're legit trading where, imagine the 800-day EMA when they're in order like this, is billionaires selling. You want to ride that wave with them. A lot of people want to guess like, oh, I assume we're going to buy right here. A lot of people want it because we're over. If you look here, right, we're oversold on the market cipher, and it called bullish divergence, but it was wrong because it's in a downtrend.
Yeah, this would be mad to trade futures. This would be really crazy.
Oh, Nasdaq and US 30. Oh yeah, I made a lot of money trading on MT4. I trade Nasdaq, killing, because so not every like Forex currency pair sets up as beautiful as this though. Like let's look at GBP JPY. I guess let's look at that one. Well, this one is doing it now right here, but not all the time it sets up. Oh, this is another one. This is okay.
Yeah.
Some volatility there, good volatility. But there's a lot of times like this, I don't really trade this because
it's not clear.
You don't know how much room you have. You might get, let's say you're going for 30 pips, you might only get 20 and get stopped out or stop loss and profit. You know what I mean?
So what pairs? So in terms of pairs, what pairs would you think EMA champion works best with?
Nasdaq, Dow Jones. It works pretty good with gold. I know I showed the date chart before, but it works on everything technically. But as far as the setup, like look at this on gold, right? This buy right here on a 7-minute. Now watch this. I'm gonna go to the date chart. Oh, stupid line. This isn't the same one here. All right, cool. Let me remove it real quick. The day chart, right? The EMAs are in order technically. 800 is far away, but it's still in a bullish order, as you can see.
Yeah.
If you go down to the 4-hour, boom, bullish order. You kind of see the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you as long as you got the hour, as long as you got multiple time frames doing the same thing, and you see that ribbon, you're riding the ribbon, you know.
Yeah, and it seems as if you can actually stay in the trades much longer.
You can, because it's a strong trend. As long as you get them when they're tight, it's a strong trend. When they're like, I wouldn't long gold up here, you know.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I mean, you could probably catch some pips though, still, like, you know, like the waves are up here, but
it's weakening. It's kind of weakening.
Got it. It keeps you away from bad trades. Do you trade oil?
Yeah, I trade oil too.
All right, I love trading oil at times. Oil, I called this out a couple weeks ago at $76, I think, for the long, because I saw this setting up on a day chart around here somewhere. Bullish order.
Yeah.
Not tight, but oil went up some $77 to, we almost hit 100 with 95, I think, you know, and I'm sure Brent crude oil went up too. It follows the same, just the one. There was another, here we go. Yep, same chart, same thing.
So this typically, one could stay in this trade for like a good number of days, really.
Got it. So now I'm gonna bring you back to this. Let me go here. The last night, I haven't really called too much signals because, as you can see, if the market's not pretty, I post my ideas of what's going on. I don't want people to get stopped out off of, you know, a late call, because everybody's in different time zones. But I try to give people a picture like what's I see going on. But the last swing I called was over here. Even though the 800 was far.
Yeah, but you can see the red is kind of leaning into the orange, really leaning in.
Yeah. So if you look here, right, a lot of people would have tried to short over here because it looked like, you know, they could have crossed. They're trying to, you know, the cross.
Yeah.
In actuality, these EMAs are in bullish order. A lot of people got stopped out here. And we took a leverage on ETH long for like 2 weeks, made good money on there, you know? So with this on a high time frame, like you said, you can definitely be in some swings and make some good money. Now imagine when this happens again.
Yeah.
Being in a leverage trade, you can have even a small account, let that thing fly.
Yeah. Yeah. Then one question I have, what's the concept of swap in Forex?
What's the concept of? Okay, so this is actually a good example. We'll use this one. So let's say you swung this trade, right? They charge you for holding your position because you got in at 43,000, and that's pretty much what it is. So that's why the best thing to do is to scalp the market. On the on a 5-minute chart. We had some good moves yesterday. Let me get rid of this because them swaps, they're only good if you're going to catch a good, high time frame entry.
Yeah.
So you could tell this was a nice move here. Here we go. On the 5-minute chart, everything kind of lined over here, downward waves. You could have you could have been in this trade for 15 minutes and made money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then over here, people tried to long probably over here. No, over here, they probably tried to long. Hopefully they got out, but they're still in bearish order, even though we're far. Yeah, you had another short position here. But yeah. What you think, man?
Yeah. I love it. I'm definitely going to try it out. Definitely. In fact, we're also going to try it out with the futures also. Yeah,
for sure, man. So let me where's the indicator thing? Here it is. Because Market Cipher is a paid indicator, but you can use where is it? This one.
Okay.
So I want to show you. See, it's very similar, that the waves are the exact same waves and it's free. Another cool trick too you can do is if you're using a hike in the sheet candles.
Yeah.
Right. I don't use them all the time, but I use it to see volume. Like you see all the red here, you see the volume better. Now I like to sometimes combine all three, and just for more confirmation. And if I go to the day chart or something, let me go to the 8-hour chart. Let's see look, a lot of green here, right? EMA order, just to give you more confirmation.
Yeah.
And then when the bull run happened, look at all this green volume you've seen here. Look at that lets you know all that buy pressure was there. A lot of people were shorting because they're like, well, no way Bitcoin's going to keep going. We believe in it, but they didn't realize that EMAs were in order for a massive bull run,
So for example, where you circled here in yellow, so the EMAs are stacked.
Yeah.
In the market cipher, it's above zero.
Yeah.
The waves are above zero.
Yep. Okay. And this is a high time frame of 8 hours, so it really worked out, So the thing about this strategy, though, to be honest, which the one flaw that there is, you won't get the best price as far as if you're just buying crypto or something, because the best price would have been probably here, but it's hard to catch that, it's hard to say that's the bottom. So and plus, if you look, the market's been you got in profit, but it's been choppy until around here. So when typically you're going to realize when you get in a trade, you're going to be in profit quicker with the strategy because that's the trend,
Yeah. Then do you put your stop loss kind of at the bottom of the range?
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, let's use an example here. Yeah, I know, the yellow line is a bit far away, but you can see the red is leaning into orange. So But then let's go down to the market cipher. Yeah, this looks like the wave is just above 0. Yeah. So if I'm going to enter here now, where would you put your stop loss? Typically, would you put it down here?
All right. So since you're like, this is okay. 30. Yeah. That's yeah. You can do that. You can definitely do that. The 200 day EMA. That's a good spot. That's a good spot.
That's here, like here.
Yeah.
As the stop loss.
Yeah.
And let's assume my ends as maybe somewhere here, because that's where the EMAs got close. Yeah. Okay.
I would do it. Now, keep in mind though, if you're going to use this strategy, you're not going to be getting in over here next time. You're going to be getting in around here because you're going to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So it's going to be different. So this move, you wouldn't get in off this on the 8 hour. You would have probably went to a 5-minute time frame. Really got it like a clean shot, because looking at it from here, it's like, oh, it's kind of, you got to go in your time frames to see, the 5 minutes wide open. That's why I got more room on the 8 hour.
So let's say I had missed it earlier. That's where you circled the end. Let's say I missed this entry down here. Right, I missed it down here. Yeah. I think this is another good area to enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want to show you something else too. The cool thing about, looking at all the time frames. This looks bad right now, but anyway, on the, all right. So let's go back to the day chart real quick. Let me get rid of this. So let's go back to right here on the day chart. So you see the day chart. Let me get rid of this too. 2-day chart kind of did the same thing, higher time frame. Look at that volume. This is how you find a bull run too in a high time frame. You can go to kind of the same concept on the 3-day. The weekly EMAs are in order in the weekly, upward waves. Same thing down here too for the past run over here in 2017. The monthly, not a lot of data on the monthly yet, but if you were to draw a line here, you would, let me use this, let me see something. Nope. But you would see that the EMAs are in order, because this is the 100 and this is the 34, this red line. So it's technically in order. Upward waves. That's how you can spot the next bull run,
Okay.
Like I sold all my crypto at 54K recently, like around 54,000. I'm in profit, just because of the EMAs.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's crazy. I've been trading for 6 years now, and I discovered this strategy actually last year because I got stopped. I used to trade so different, right? And I got stopped out on gold and Bitcoin. I'm like, no way, this super overbought, like I used to MACD sometime. I'm like, there's no possible way. But then when I realized, like, why is this doing the same thing here? I started looking at every chart. Every major move in the market does this. The EMAs they're in order. If it's a major move, up or down, there's no major move without EMAs in order. Stocks, crypto, Forex, oil, none. I was like, and to be honest, like I made over 6 figures last year. My win rate was high, as you can see, like as you practice and you see, like it if you do a decent target, like I never do long targets because you still don't know how much room you have, but you're guaranteed a $500 move, $1,000 move on Bitcoin if you catch it in order, minimum. You're guaranteed on Nasdaq some good pips. Like this is even from here, even
that is a monster trade.
So when you if you were to catch all this by accident, oh my God,
that's a monster trade.
So it's just, you have to train yourself to, most traders don't think like, they don't want to, they want to long this. you know, they want to,
Yeah.
they don't want to short this. They want to short this, you know, because it's overbought here. That's what they want to do. And I don't know why. Like, I'm good with following what the big boys are doing. They're selling, I'm selling. They're buying, I'm buying. I don't got to be the first one.
Yeah.
You know, you still make money following the big guys.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, I'm definitely gonna try this out.
Oh yeah, man.
Definitely.
And you got it. I could tell you're picking up already. So you're gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it. So in terms of the time frames, so I'm used to scalping futures.
Okay.
So 10-minute charts, 5-minute charts. Um, so so usually you suggest that I start by looking at the general trends as on a daily chart, trying to
I
understand what the
recommend that.
general trend is. Yeah, okay. Then from the 1 hour I can go down to the 8 hour or 4 hour chart.
So all right, you just kind of want to see multiple time a set of time frames doing the same thing.
Okay.
Now let me talk about gold though. Gold is easier for me to, because this gold happened this week. All right, so I seen this forming on gold on the day chart, right?
Yeah.
Like around here. So you wanted to kind of just see like, oh, it was forming. Actually, let's do this. Let's see. Let me throw a circle. Let's see where we can find this here. Boom. You know, you just want to see, okay, wow, it matches the day chart. And this was a big move on gold, 1819 to 19. Oh, yeah, that was huge. When you see a set time frame, like even the 2 hour, when you see a set time frames doing that, it's just more confirmation for yourself. A lot of traders take a trade, the 1 hour's bullish, the 2 hours bearish, the 5-minute sideways. Why would you want to go in that trade like that? You know what I mean? And that's how you get stopped out or you're in profit. You don't know when to get out. You don't know if I should stay. Should I take it? You have those decisions. Those are tough to make. But when you have multiple time frames doing the same thing, it gives you more peace of mind. Like you probably wake up better. Like EMAs were in order. I feel better about, you know, wherever I look at my phone to see my profit, you know, versus I woke up sometimes, man, like, is my account going to be there? You know?
And so the higher time frames take precedence over the lower ones, obviously.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
now,
they do. Okay.
The 5 minute, like the small time frames, like the 5 minute. Let me get rid of this. This is your drawdown. So that's why it's important to kind of look at everything because, you know, if like by the time you see it forming on a daily, it might have looked like a 5 minute where it's going to pull back. So you have to wait for it to set up again here to write it up again. You know?
Write it up again. Oh, so what you're saying is, let's say, I see a bullish setup on the daily charts. Let's start from there. Right, I see a bullish setup on the daily charts.
Okay.
But now I'm looking for an entry. Right. Okay. I go to a lower time frame because I'm looking for the best entry possible. Right. So I start on the daily, then let's say I go down to maybe the 10 or 15-minute charts.
Okay.
Or do I jump that far from daily to 10?
That's
or
fine. You want to see multiple time frames doing the same what you want to see. So that's on a 15-minute. Oh, what did I remove? I removed something. 34-day EMA. On the 15-minute, it did the same thing. Let me just put it back here. So now you're correct. As long as you see multiple time frames doing exactly what you want.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? You don't want to.
I can start with the daily, and then I see a bullish setup there. I go down to the 4 hour. I see a bullish setup there. Then I say, okay, I'll go down to maybe the 10 or 15 minutes, and then I look for the best entry. So what I'm looking for on the 10 or the 15 is something like this. Or this. So this is just like a pullback. So I could take it if I miss this one. I could take this one. because I'm
Correct.
looking for the best entry. Okay, because I know that on the higher time frame, it's heading up. So if I miss this first one, it's fine. I'll look for the best entry when it pulls back again, and then I zoom off. Okay.
And I'm gonna show you something else cool now. I'm glad you're getting this because I didn't know I was gonna get through too much, because usually I talk to new traders. But so do you remember the meme stocks like GameStop and
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's use this one. You know, people are still buying this thing, but anyway, as you can see, where this is a, let me go. I think the 4 hour was really clean when it happened, because this was sloppy, but there we go. 4 hours a little better. I gotta make it smaller. Now you see where the meme, the day to buy this thing was, right?
That's day to buy this. I'll show you. I'll buy it right here.
You got it. You got it.
Right there.
You're correct. And look at this. Look at. I mean, I'm not gonna measure the whole thing, but this is a lot of money, right?
Man, that's a gangster. Just enter then forget. Just forget it.
Isn't that great? So the funny thing about this stock, people still tell me, "Oh man, GameStop's gonna come back." I'm looking at these EMAs like, good luck, man. You know, good luck. You know what I mean? When they're doing this, right? Billionaires are buying when these EMAs are ordered like this. Billionaire. You want a billionaire behind you. You want a billionaire in front of you and behind you to like put you in profit. You don't want to be here all alone buying or assuming, or you don't want to be this, oh, maybe it's going to curve. No, because a lot of people are trying to get in before they get an order, assuming they will. But look, if you wait, as you can see, right, and let it play out, it's definitely an order I'm buying. You're still going to make money. Even if you don't get, like, look, you circled around, like, let's say this is $31, right?
Yeah.
Some people try to get in like, I don't know, like here, which wasn't even, you know, an bullish order, $4.
Yeah.
Which would have been a nice price. But you know what? Even at $31, you still made 11 times your money.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Another question. So how do you, considering that you're looking at several tickers in a day, right? How do you manually flip through all these tickers, or do you have a scanner that kind of points out some interesting charts?
All right. So typically I'm always mostly looking at Bitcoin. I look at Bitcoin every day. And when I have an extra time, I do go to the Nasdaq. I like the Nasdaq and US because it's fast, like you said. Like a lot of other pairs, you know, like a USD JPY currency pair, right? I'm gonna be on that thing for 6 hours to make the same money I'm making 10 minutes off Nasdaq, you know. So I look at those. We do with the Chart Champions EMA indicator with the red and green. Now this isn't 100% because this is a bad buy signal. It wasn't as strong as this sell signal here, but you can set alerts. Let me show you an alert so it could show the red or green, the downtrend, uptrend. You get a text just so that, and you can check the chart. I'm not saying you get the alert and just go in, because it could be.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. The alert is just to say, take a look at the chart. Go look at the chart.
Exactly.
So what exactly? What are the parameters of the alert? That's what I'm interested in. Because I use TradingView also. I've got that on the side. So I'm interested in how you set up the alert. How do you show that the EMAs are bunched up, or is it just a couple of EMAs that you set up in the alert?
Yeah, so the way our developer did it, he didn't add the 800, like the 800 is here, but he didn't add it towards the alert. So typically, they'll alert when the 34, 100, and 200 are in order. But sometimes, you know, like this is Nasdaq, like there's a little bit more room here, but as you zoom out, you can see, right, there is a red background here. Maybe, you know, even there could be a really disciplined trader not take this trade, which I wouldn't be mad at him for, because he would have saw this like, oh, there's more EMAs here, more movement, there's more room. more room here. You know, not every trade is going to look like this one. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's an interesting point you mentioned. The background. The background gives you an indication of the direction. Okay, so let's look at this. So let's draw this. So if I look at this block, right?
Okay.
The background is red.
Yeah.
And is that because of this bearish
Correct.
setup of the EMAs?
You got it.
So my question now is, why is this red? When I look at the setup of the EMAs here are bearish, right?
Yeah.
And why is this black?
Good question. So as you can see here, right, the 34 is tried to retrace up. It's not really, it's aligned with the 100. So it's technically not really in order yet until the 34 is stuck out down here a little bit.
Yeah.
So we tried to cycle out the sideways. I mean, it's not perfect though, but
it's not perfect science. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I would have thought that the black would probably start from maybe here, because that's where the EMAs kind of go out of whack. Okay. Anyway, it's not an exact science, but I get it.
You got the that's why I showed you without this indicator first.
Yeah.
But you picked it up with just the plain EMAs, which is great, man. You know, like this thing changed my life last year, man. I never made so much money in my life just trading, you know, and you can see it. I'm not saying it to brag or anything, but
yeah.
I tell people this, I'm not even a good trader. I just follow what the EMAs do. That's what I'm an EMA news reporter, man. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
You know, well, why do I got to guess? You know, I just follow the flow.
Yeah. So when you use the EMA champion, do you figure in support and resistance? Does that figure into anything?
No.
Does it figure in any way in your strategy?
It doesn't. And to be honest, the reason why we didn't put it in there is just because eventually you're going to break support and eventually you're going to break resistance, you know? That's the thing. It just, because if support and resistance really played out the way, you know, they told us to, I mean, we'd all be rich, man. And we're just support resistance, you know, back and forth, but market's always changing, you know?
So another question. Sorry, I've got lots of questions.
That's fine.
So let's say that we get in here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's say we get in here. How do you know when to get out?
Oh,
what's a cue to get out?
Oh man, that's the magic question. So I actually have two answers for that one. Yeah. So the first answer is, me personally, for Nasdaq, I do a $10 moves, long or short, which on MT4 pays a lot. It's 100 pips on MT4. If I have multiple timeframes doing the same thing, I might go for a $20, $30 move. It's hard to know, you know, all that. Like this is huge. You know, it's hard to know it's a $5 move on Nasdaq. You know, that's huge. So, but there is a way. But I did find a way. But I still personally, I still don't ride it to the finish because you still never know, man. And
you never know. You never know.
But let me show you this here. I mean, I got to go to Bitcoin. It's better on Bitcoin.
Okay.
I got to go to the date chart here. Let me just move that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All right. Okay. So we got our EMA set up here. Let me just make this nice and big. The trick is I don't have, I used to have the EMA 13 on here because it's a Fibonacci number. Where is it? I don't want to have too much noise because I have a lot of noise in my charts, but I want to win my trades. You know what I mean? I don't want too much though. You know, let's make it okay. 13-day EMA, right? So let me go back to 27. Actually, we can go to, let's go to 2017. Let's go back in time. 2017 bull run when we were all trying to learn, like, yo, what the hell is going on? Bitcoin, is it gonna go? When is it gonna go back up, go down? So right here, right? This is a one kind of trend trade I do use. Is I don't short this, but for exits, because you don't know how much room to short you have. But once that 13, this one, right, touch the 34, when it crosses, like how you do with your 821, it's time to get out. You know, and as you can see, Bitcoin melted down to 3,000 eventually. I wouldn't have shorted that though. Maybe on a different time frame I would have with the EMAs in order, but I would have just took my profits out. And then we go to 2017. Choppy here, but you want to get out around here, Bitcoin at 10 grand, and it dropped to, you know, as low as 4,000. Then our bull run we had 2020, we touched at 60 or 56. You want to get out here, right? And then it did it again around here, and I got out here again for exits. It's a little sloppy on the small time frames though. So it's very powerful for spot trading on the higher time frames. Let's go to Nasdaq. Let's see. Let's see something. Actually, let me just type it in here. Come out of the layouts there. Let's see. You see what's going on here? Nasdaq on the day chart. All right, let's 13 day. All right, so okay. Let's say you shorted here, right?
Yeah.
You see how that 13 is touching 34 up?
Yeah.
Want to get out that short because boom, it went up a little bit. Same thing here. Now this is tricky though. Like it touched here and went up. It did eventually go back down though. But if you got in here, like you drew the thing, you're a massive profit, man.
Yeah.
Profit. So it's like
massive profit.
Yeah. So you can use that. It's just a little, it's, you know, more stuff on the chart, but you still gotta make sure you set an alert that the 13 is crossing the 34. You can definitely do that on your trading view. Just so that you can close, because you don't know how high this will go up and take away some profit.
Take away some of your profit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But I personally, I don't ride it to the end like that. To be, you know, I take what God gives me. He gives me profits. Let me take that.
You take it, man. So, and another question I have. So, I think it was one of the guys in your group. I think it was Yusuf also who suggested vital markets as a trader. So that's what I've got now. I've set that up.
Okay.
So now I know that I can shift the leverage. I can shift it around a bit. I used to be on FXCM.
Okay.
I think that was about 30x leverage or something like that. But the leverage on vital markets is crazy. It can go up to like 500.
Yeah.
So now my question is, where do you suggest I start? Now that I'm just getting into the groove of things, where do you think I should start from?
So to be honest,
leverage can be good or bad.
Leverage can be good or bad. To be honest with you, I was taught on 500, which was for a newbie. Yeah, I've lost money. I'll be honest there, but it helped me be very disciplined eventually. You know what I mean? Because especially when it comes to things Nasdaq, where you make money quickly. You know what I mean? Like you can legit take a $10 move and make good money off 500x leverage with a good entry like that. You know?
Yeah.
So I trade this, oil, gold, which they all pay pretty heavy on the, you know, MT4 compared to the currency pairs. And if you pay attention, if you backtest, the EMAs do this a lot on the lower time frames on Nasdaq, oil, gold compared to the regular currency pairs. So you actually get cleaner trades trading the big boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're out quicker compared to You know, let's look at like Euro. I used to like Euro AUD. Let me see what that looked like. Like right here, wonky. You don't want that. You don't want that.
It's choppy. It looks very choppy.
Yeah, even though this short played out, it's not as clean as it. You know, like, oh, okay, there's something over something. All right, there's a play here, but still.
Yeah, it's not clean. It's not clean at all.
Yep. You know why though, right? Because there's a lot of manipulation. You know, you got the banks buying the euro versus the banks buying it's a lot of, you know, political stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm happy to stick kind of with oil, Nasdaq, maybe Bitcoin, and I don't know what Ethereum looks like.
So Ethereum, it's good with it. So all right, that's a good question. Ethereum doesn't look as clean as Bitcoin, but it follows Bitcoin. So there's times where I called shorts off Ethereum or longs just off the Bitcoin chart because Ethereum is going to do the same thing anyway. You know, like here's a short here, you know, right opportunity right there. Put your box right there. Boom. You know, there's another one right here, but it's because we're far from the 200. And even this move, 2,800 to that's $100 move. That's good on Ethereum, man. That's really good. You know. But I just usually just look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin has a cleaner chart compared to all the cryptos, and whatever Bitcoin is doing, I'll short Ethereum or long Ethereum.
Okay. Definitely gonna try this. So I'll probably stick with maybe about 5 or 6, you know, tickers, and just focus on those while I'm still, you know, learning.
That's a good
then
one.
Another question I have is on TradingView. I mean, I've got TradingView, but I still use the free data that comes. I've got a paid subscription, but I still use the free data that comes out of it. What data pack would I need in order to get up-to-date data?
I'm not sure. Like I have premium, so I can get everything. I know premium.
Do you have to pay for a separate data plan package or data plan?
I think I get. You know what? There is something extra that I don't have. Do you think you still do have to pay something extra? I don't really use it. So, for example, right, going back to oil, because oil was on the news a lot lately because of, you know, Russia and everything going on there, Ukraine. Yeah. I told the group this a while ago. Well, not a while, like probably last week. Like these EMAs are set up in order since back here, right? Oil was bound to go up. The news used Russia to like, oh, oil's going to go up because of Russia, like right around here. The news didn't say the EMAs are in order, you know. But we caught it at $70-something, you know, and wrote it, you know. So you don't really, even with the meme stock, GameStop, like you would have caught it before the news were telling people, oh my God, why is it going up? Or even Dogecoin, when Doge was going nuts, right? Let's look at Doge. You remember Doge when it was
when it was going crazy.
And everybody was, let me look at a better chart here. What's a better? Is there a Binance? No, let me go to a different one. There we go. This is a little better. Anyway, this is the 800, but this is why I do sometimes just to 800 would be over here somewhere anyway. But look, it was here. You see the EMAs, and the news is telling you about Doge up here. You know, like charts know before the news.
Then another question I have is I know we're running out of time, but just a few more questions. So why do you use Femex also for trading the crypto pairs?
Femex? I actually used to use Binance, but I think your country it's really strict too. But in US, we're not allowed to use futures trading on Binance in general. We have our own Binance.us that has limited stuff. So I have to go to Femex and Bybit to leverage trade, you know.
I can use Femex. I've got an account in Femex. I don't use it though, but I've got an account.
It's a little more complicated to be honest, because the wallet thing is tricky. It's not that user friendly at first. but it has a decent amount of coins to leverage trade. Binance is the best, but can't use it here. Bybit's pretty good now.
You're in the States, right?
Yeah.
And so what do you guys use? So what do you use? Bybit or
Bybit? I use Bybit, Ascendex, and Femex. I got to use a VPN.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to
okay.
leverage trade.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man.
Quite a lot to take in, but I mean, I'm very convinced with this. I'm just gonna, try it out on my own and see what the results look like. I'm sure the results are gonna be pretty good, at least from what I can see.
The key, make sure you look at your waves, because sometimes you might be a little late, but you'll see like you were just late. If you got right here, you would have made profit. So while you're back testing, but yeah, man, definitely back testing.
Yeah, I'll try, and then I also look at your videos. I know you've got quite a few videos.
Yeah, man.
On this in the YouTube channel. Yeah, thanks a lot. I mean, if I've got any other questions, I'll probably just drop it in the Telegram channel.
Yeah, man.
But thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man. No problem. Sorry about the other day.
No worries. How's the little one doing?
Everything is good, man.
Good. I've got 2 girls of mine, so I know the kids can be a handful, especially when sleepless nights have started, right?
Oh, not yet. No. So we're still 3.5 months away.
Okay.
They are twin girls, so
oh wow.
Get ready,
man. Get ready.
Yeah,
awesome. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations. All right, nice one. Cool. It's midnight. Yeah.
Midnight your time. Now. Yeah, you gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, I gotta go to sleep now. All right, but thanks a lot. I really appreciate your time.
Not a problem, man.
And thanks for sharing this with me.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. We'll take care. We'll talk in the chat, all right?
Sure thing. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
Later, man. Good night.
All right. Then maybe afterwards, when it renders, you could send the recording to me so I can just look over it.
Send me on Telegram. Send me an email, your email address. I'll see if I can email.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. We'll do. All right then. Thanks a lot.
Man. Later.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.